Recorded Books and RB Digital present The Worldwreckers by Marion Zimmer Bradley. Narrated by Jonathan Davis. Prologue. Worldwreckers, Inc. They didn't call it that, of course, but that was what it was all the same. And the men knew it as they went up the long series of interlocking escalators which would take them to the isolated penthouse. There were two of them, one large and one small, and both with the sort of highly forgettable faces which made for good policemen, detectives, or secret agents. The miracles of cosmetic surgery were usually reserved to make people striking. But an astute observer might have guessed that some such cosmetic surgery had been used to remove every trace of individuality from the two faces. Subtly done, of course, but very completely. They had become a part of the crowd, any crowd, and that in itself was a triumph, for they were neither light nor dark, and would not have been noticed in a crowd of exclusively Afro or Nordic types, as belonging obtrusively to one or the other. If any Maasai or Pygmies had survived on Earth in this year, they would have stood out as not being distinctly of that type. But in this era of highly interracial breeding stock, with the outer extremes of the human phenotype gone forever, they would never be noticed. One of the men, who used the name Stannard, and had used so many that he did not remember his original name twice in a year, pondered on it as they stepped onto the final escalator. Worldwreckers. He'd been almost everywhere and done almost everything on any planet which would hold him, but he'd never dealt with them before. Everybody in the Empire knew about them. Mostly it was something you heard about underground and wondered about vaguely if your business didn't lead you into the tremendous ebb and flow of planetary commerce. What was world-wrecking anyway, you might wonder? And why should anybody care to wreck a world? It sounded like something out of special 3-dim cinedrama, and it was vaguely funny. But to the people who did come into it, like himself, Stannard reflected, it wasn't funny at all. Neither was it tragic. It was just business. But why had they let their business be known by such a name? He shut off the flow of curiosity, it wasn't what he was paid for, as the last escalator came to a slow halt. There were quiet gold-colored curtains all around in an outer reception hall where a girl, almost as unobtrusive as Stannard and his companion, examined their identity cards and let them pass through a metallic door into a small and plain office. Whatever Stannard had expected of this secret network and semi-legal business, it wasn't that it would look like a shipping office with the kind of simple computers which kept records of traffic flow, stored information, and gave out instant library service. Nor had he really expected that the central head of this vast network would be a woman. A woman quite beautiful and quite young. Or, Stannard amended his thoughts quickly, apparently young. He could detect no scars of cosmetic surgery or molding, and he was trained at spotting them. But some tautness around the eyes betrayed that innocent youth had nothing to do with the fair-skinned, unlined face and smooth throat. Her voice was deep and quiet. "Mr. Stannard and Mr. Bruce, please sit down. Your principals, as you probably know, have been in communication with me and have paid the advance deposits which you require before negotiations can be made final. My name is Andrea Clausen, and I am fully empowered to deal with you." They took seats and she went on in the same quiet and dispassionate voice. "I am prepared to make guarantees at this point. How much have you been told about this matter of Darkover?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?